Hello all, welcome. Let's discuss checkboxes today. Here is the introduction. A two-part control consisting of a square box and choice description is the checkbox. Each option acts as a switch and can be either on or off. When an option is selected, that means on, a mark such as an X or check appears within the square box, or the box is highlighted in some other manner. Otherwise, the square box is unselected or empty or off. Okay. Each box can be switched on or off independently. Each box can be used alone or grouped in sets. Purpose: to set one or more option as either on or off. Okay, we use checkboxes. The advantages of checkboxes are easy to access choices, easy to compare choices, preferred by users also. There are some disadvantages also: consume screen space, limited number of choices, single checkbox is difficult to align with other screen controls. Here is the proper usage of checkboxes. For setting attributes, properties or values, we use checkboxes. For non-exclusive choices, that is more than one can be selected. If that is the case, then we use checkboxes. Where adequate screen space is available also. Most useful for data and choices that are discrete, small and fixed in number, not easily remembered, in need of a textual description to describe meaningfully, most easily understood when the alternatives can be seen together and compared to one another, never changed in content. There we can use the checkboxes, and it can be used to affect other controls also. Use only when both states of a choices are clearly opposite and unambiguous. Here is a description of a checkbox. Checkbox controls differ from radio buttons in that they permit selection of more than one alternative. Each option acts as a switch and can be either on or off. When an option is selected, it means on, an X or check appears within the square box, or it is highlighted in some other manner. When not selected, the square box is unselected or empty, off. Each box can be switched on or off independently. Checkboxes may be used alone or grouped in sets. Checkboxes too may take different physical forms and be called by different names. The most common name is checkboxes, the name used by Microsoft Windows. Okay. Others names include toggle buttons, switches and two states non-exclusive settings. Not only their names differences also exist in the way these fields are presented on screens. One very common display method is a checkbox, which, resembling its namesake, consists of a square placed adjacent to each alternative. When the choice is selected, some systems place an X in the square to provide a visual indication that is active. Others, including Microsoft Windows, place a check mark in the square or fill in the selected square or make it look refreshed when selected. Another style for this type of field is a button or box with the choice description inscribed inside. When selected, the alternative is highlighted in some way to distinguish these fields visually from similarly constructed fields presenting mutually exclusive choices. The buttons are not adjacent to or butted up against one another. Checkboxes are illustrated in figures. Okay, we discussed that. Again, deciding on which style to use seems to be more a matter of preference than performance, other than for the possible confusion of X's and checks. Okay, no published comparison studies are available for guidance. Here is the exact checkboxes. 3 examples are displayed. The choice descriptions of all the checkboxes. Choice descriptions provide meaningful, fully spelled out choice descriptions are clearly describing the values or effects set by the checkboxes. Display them in a single line of text. Display them using mixed case letters in sentence style. Position descriptions to the right of the checkbox separate by at least one space from the box. When a choice is unavailable for selection under a certain condition, display the choice description visually dimmed. Okay, here is the brief description. Choice description must be clear, meaningful, fully spelled out and displayed in a mixed case text. For multi-word descriptions, capitalize the first letter and present the description in the sentence style. Small box type indicator should be located to the left of the choice description. Rectangular boxes that resemble a command button will find the description within the box. Small boxes associated with text are advantageous when the choice description must be lengthy. Descriptions in boxes impose restrictions on the number of words that can be inscribed within them. When a choice is conditionally unavailable for selection, displayed grayed out or dimmed. Size, let's discuss the size of checkboxes. Show a minimum of one choice, maximum of 8. Generally, selection fields of this style should not offer more than 8 choices. Displaying more than 8 is usually not efficient because it wastes screen space. If the number of choices exceeds this maximum, consider using a multiple selection list box. John Scott have found, however, that even for as many as 30 choices, checkboxes were preferred by users and performed better than other non-exclusive controls. Defaults. When the control possesses a state or effect that has been preset, designate it as the default and display its checkbox marked. When a multiple selection includes choices whose states vary, display the buttons in another unique manner or the mixed value state. Provide a default setting for a checkbox whenever possible. If a multiple selection is performed and the values in the selection differ, display the applicable checkboxes in the mixed value state or in another distinctive manner, such as with a gray shadow. Here is the structure. Let's discuss that. Provide groupings of related checkboxes. Structure. Okay. A columnar orientation is the preferred manner of presentation for multiple related checkboxes, as shown in the figure. Left aligned checkboxes and choice descriptions as well. Here is one more structure. If vertical space on the screen is limited, orient the boxes horizontally like this. Provide adequate separation between boxes so that the buttons are associated with the proper description here. Okay, you can see the description, choice description, and the checkbox X logo. A distance equal to 3 spaces usually sufficient. Here is one more structure. Enclose the boxes in a border to visually strengthen the relationship they possess. Here there is a box we can see. Okay, all the checkboxes are within this box. This is also a freebird approach. Provide groupings of related checkboxes. The preferred checkbox orientation is columnar. This aids scanning and choice comparison. Controls with small box indicator usually fit best in this manner because choice descriptions are not restricted in size. Left align the checkboxes and choice descriptions. Rectangular boxes should be of equal width and separated from one another by small and equidistant spaces. This will distinguish them from mutually exclusive choices that will be butted up against one another. If the boxes must be horizontally oriented, provide adequate separation between them. Enclose the boxes in a border to emphasize their relationship. There are some diagrams given here. We can illustrate what to do, the ways to do. There are some ways which we should not be preferred in the real time. Present groupings of check boxes also. Okay, here we can see poor design is here, better design, somewhat still better design, and this is the best approach. All the check boxes are within this border, and the legend, I mean the label of all the check boxes is at the top. Sometimes it is at the left side of the check box. That's the best one. Organization of check boxes. Let's discuss that. Arrange selections in logical order or follow other patterns such as frequency of occurrence, sequence of use, or importance. For selections arrayed top to bottom, begin ordering at the top. For selection arrayed left to right, begin ordering at the left. If under certain conditions a choice is not available, display it subdued or less brightly than the available choices. Selection choices should be organized logically. If the alternatives have an expected order, follow it. Other ordering schemes such as frequency of use, sequence of use, or importance may also be considered. Always begin the ordering at the top or left. If under certain conditions a choice is not available, display the unavailable choice subdued or less brightly than the available choices. Let's discuss the captions of checkboxes. Provide a caption for each grouping of related checkboxes. Okay, except in screens containing only one checkbox grouping, the screen title may serve as a caption. Display fully spelled out. Okay, how to display captions? It should be fully spelled out in mixed case letters, capitalizing the first letter of all significant words. Okay, here we can do columnar orientations also. With a control border, position the caption upper left justified within the border like this. Okay, caption is at the top and it is left aligned also. Alternatively, the caption may be located to the left of the topmost choice description. Here is the caption. It is located at the topmost, left of the topmost choice description. Without an enclosing control border, position the caption left justified above the choice description separated by one space. Here we can see there is no border, but the check boxes and the caption is separated by one space line. Alternately, the caption may be located to the left of the topmost description, choice description. Here we can see. Horizontal orientation, let's discuss. Position the caption to the left of the choice description here like this. There is no border, but here is the border. All the check boxes are within this border, in this box, and the caption is at the left side. Okay. Alternatively, with an enclosing control border, it should be left justified within the border. Okay, like this. Here is an example, best example. Let's discuss in detail structure of a checkbox captions. Using a static text or group box control, provide a caption for each grouping of related checkboxes. Display the caption fully spelled out using mixed case letters. Some occasional common abbreviations may be used, however, to achieve the alignment goals to be specified. Columnar orientation. The preferred location of a checkbox control caption within a screen can vary. Ideally, the caption is placed upper left justified within a line border or group box surrounding columnar oriented checkboxes as shown in the first example in the above guideline summary. If other controls on a screen captions position to the left and the checkbox control is aligned with these controls, position the caption to the left of the control. This will help achieve screen efficiency, minimize viewer eye movements, and provide caption and choice distinctiveness. Without an enclosing border, position the caption left justified above the choice descriptions or to the left of the topmost choice. Horizontal orientation. If horizontal orientation is necessary, position the caption to the left of the choice descriptions or left justified within an enclosing control border. If the screen contains only one related grouping of checkboxes, the screen title may serve as the control caption. Be consistent in caption style and orientation within a screen. Let's discuss the keyboard equivalents. Assign a keyboard mnemonic to each checkbox. Designate the mnemonic by underlying the applicable letter in the choice description. Okay, we can use here in this example there is U as the first letter, right? Underline. So we can use keyboard character U to select this one. Assign unique keyboard mnemonics for each checkbox in the standard way, choosing the first letter or another, designating it by character underlining. Selection method and indication of checkboxes. Pointing. The selection target area should be as large as possible. Include the checkbox and choice description text. Highlight the selection choice in some visually distinctive way when the cursor is resting on it and the choice is available for selection. This cursor should be as long as the longest choice description plus one space at each end. Do not place the cursor over the checkbox. So like this, okay, best way. Activation. When a choice is selected, distinguish it visually from the non-selected choices. A checkbox should be filled in or made to look depressed or higher through use of shadows. Defaults. If a checkbox is displayed that contains a choice previously selected or default choice, display the selected choice as set in the control. Select or deselect all. Do not use select all and deselect all checkboxes. Mixed value state. When a checkbox represents a value and a multiple selection encompasses multiple value occurrences set in both the on and off state, display the checkbox in a mixed value state. Fill the checkbox with another easily differentiable symbol or pattern. So like this, here is an example. Toggle the checkbox as follows. Selection 1, set the associated value for all elements. Fill the checkbox with an X or check. Selection 2, unset the value for all associated elements. Blank out the checkbox. Selection 3, return all elements to their original state. Fill the checkbox with a mixed value symbol or pattern. Pointing, let's discuss that. The selection target area should be as large as possible in order to make it easy to move to. If a small checkbox is the selection indication method used, the target area should include the box and choice description text. If the rectangular box selection method is used, the entire box should be the target. Highlight the selection choice in some visually distinctive way when the pointer is resting on it and the choice is available for selection. If a checkbox is the selection indication method used, a distinctive reverse video, reverse color or dotted or dashed box selection cursor or bar may be used to surround the selected choice description. This cursor should be as long as the longest description plus one space at each end. The cursor should not cover the checkbox. Activation, let's discuss that. When a choice is selected, distinguish it visually from the unselected choices. A checkbox may be marked with an X or check or filled in. Other methods include making the button look depressed or raised through appropriate use of drop shadows. A rectangular box can be highlighted in a manner different from when it is pointed at, or a bolder border can be drawn around it. The style chosen must be consistently applied throughout an application or system. Thank you for watching.